What's up, real ones? Welcome to Let's View It. I'm your man that makes videos with no plan, Tyrone Cross, and I'm here still trying to bring you the perfect video. If I could just do that, then my life would be complete. But for now, all I ask is if you like this video, then turn it to a hitchhiker and give it a thumbs up. So that way, I know you always want to get picked up and take a ride with me. But now, let me talk about this crazy topic. There is a trend growing on TikTok, and it is triggering the hell out of women. Well, a particular type of woman. You know, the women that say men must pay all their bills if they feel that they're worth it. If they want to spend time with me, they need to wine and dine me. You know, the women that get pissed off because their men took them to the Cheesecake Factory.
Got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Which is expensive, by the way. Just because it's called the Cheesecake Factory doesn't mean that it's not nice, because it is nice. And their cheesecakes are so delicious. But you know, those women, the women that say, if you're not paying my bills within 3 months, you're not the man for me. Those women. Well, men decided to start their own trend in response to that. And they call it being in our soft guy era. And basically all they're doing is saying the exact same thing right back to women with the exact same arguments. And it's pissing the women off, pissing them off, completely pissing them off. So you already know, let's view it.
So one of my girlfriends just brought me to Chipotle, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Do I look like the type of man that eats at Chipotle? Like, show some respect. So then she took me to Applebee's, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I Ubered out of there. Kings, know your worth. Don't let these girls take you to these trash restaurants. Like, I wanted a filet mignon. How am I supposed to get that at Applebee's? Do I really look like an Applebee's type of guy? I don't even know. I'll probably give her the silent treatment for like 2 days. And frankly, it was so stressful that I'm spending the rest of the day burning 0 calories. It's my 0 calorie day today. Babe, I want some hot chocolate. Okay.
So you can see exactly what they're doing from that first video clip, right? They're mocking them. Men are mocking the women. They're just repeating what women have said to men this whole time. And it also holds up a mirror in front of women to show them how ridiculous they sound to us. Now, the funny thing is, this started as just a joke, but it blew up and grew into a whole nother life form because of how much it triggered women. And these women that get triggered keep making videos arguing about it. So if it wasn't for the women getting triggered, this wouldn't turn into a trend. But still, in the end of the day, it's still just a joke. And the women don't get it. So this soft guy's responding to a woman that said, you're a 3 at best. No way the D's worth all that you want a sugar. I think she meant to say all that you want sugar. But anyways, drizzle drizzle.
Just say you can't afford me. Just say you're a brokey. That's all you have to say. Like, I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. And obviously, you have nothing to bring to the table. Like, I think just paying my bills, drizzle drizzle, is just the bare minimum. You women think you're doing so much for these guys. But let's be honest, we don't need no woman. Like, if we're going to bring a woman into our life, she's going to add value. She's going to pay my bills. She's going to buy my truck. She's going to do those things, drizzle drizzle. And the ones who aren't willing to do it are going to make comments like this because you just a broke dusty. We don't have time to deal with broke dusties up in here. If you're not going to drizzle that financial freedom into my life, you just need to walk your happy ass on out of here. Just because you're clearly a femcel and you cannot get a man, that doesn't mean that I can't require the bare minimum. Drizzle drizzle.
See, he's just responding how those type of women will respond. If one of those women say, you should spend all this money on me, you should get me all this stuff, you should take me out, you should wine and dine me. And if a man comes back and says, well, I don't think you're worth all that, so why would I do that? That's exactly how she would respond. She would just tell that man, you're just saying that because you're too broke to afford me. And that argument is just a circular argument. You don't know if he's broke. He could be rich. Maybe He doesn't think you're worth it. And on that note, I got 2 more clips of a soft guy who is actually rich. And he joined the soft guy era. Cause that's the era we're in now. Drizzle drizzle. And if you're wondering what this drizzle drizzle thing's about, be patient. I'll get to it.
Women have said for hundreds of years that men age like a fine wine. Well, baby girl, fine wines are expensive. Drizzle, drizzle. Get ready to spend. If you can't give me your flyer miles to take me somewhere that I haven't been yet, which is 24 countries, then it just shows me that you don't value fine wine. Drizzle, drizzle. It means you've never had it. You've never been good enough to have it. You've never been able to afford it. And if you can't afford a fine wine or never have it, how can I trust you to treat me right like the fine wine that I am? Drizzle, drizzle. You see, I'm a business owner. I've been around, but I'm in my soft guy era. I need a girl that's doing better than me. I already have 150 properties in Airbnb. I've already made $10 million. I need something new to me. If you don't have 300 properties, 4 Bugattis, if you don't have $1 billion in your bank account, then you're not doing better than me. And you can't afford this wine, drizzle, drizzle. You see, I'm educated. I'm cultured. I can cook. I've got gray in my beard. I know my value, drizzle, drizzle.
So women always like to respond to these videos by saying the reason why they make these videos is because they're broke. That's why they want women to drizzle drizzle. Now, unfortunately, in this case, this guy is rich. So they have no argument for it.
I'm not making time for anybody in 2024 who cannot prove to me that they are not broke, because drizzle drizzle is a not broke conversation. So if you want to have a comment under my video and take up my time and space, you've got to support me, drizzle drizzle, just to be here. This is one of my 150 Airbnb properties. Book it, drizzle drizzle. Stay for a week, fly out to Dallas. Show me that you've got the money to talk on my level. Because if you don't have the money, you can't have a drizzle drizzle conversation with me.
The fact that we got a rich guy backing up this soft guy era is bulletproof. Women can no longer say this is a broke man trend when you got rich men doing it or rich men leading the way. Now, he didn't start the soft guy era trend, but he's a member. And he sure does make a good president. Now, I'm sure you guys also notice that these men keep saying the phrase drizzle drizzle. And you're probably like, why are they saying that? And what does that mean? Well, I can tell you this. It means a couple things. But the reason why they're saying it is because the lady that was the face of women who thought like this and making videos telling men that if they want their time, they need to spend all their money on them, would always say the phrase sprinkle sprinkle. So men in rebuttal started saying drizzle drizzle. Here's a clip of the sprinkle sprinkle lady.
How do you know if a dude is lying if his lips is moving? Sprinkle sprinkle. You said there's nothing wrong with 2 incomes. That's right. So there should be nothing wrong with you having 2 jobs. Sprinkle sprinkle. You were totally right. I totally agree with you. So what's your second job, sir?
So that's her, the one and only sprinkle sprinkle lady, and technically we can blame her for our current situation and trend. So all you ladies that are mad about the drizzle drizzle soft guy era trend, you should be mad at her because she should have shut her big mouth. And honestly, why did you ladies accept her as the face of your movement? She ain't even good looking. She doesn't stand for what she speaks for. And why the hell does her cheeks look like that? You know what she looks like? Remember when you were a kid and you used to put water in your cheeks and squeeze it through your teeth like... That's what she looks like.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're right. 2 incomes isn't bad. Don't get yourself 2 jobs. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
So anyways, that was Aleister Crowley. And like I said, women have been getting triggered by this new soft guy era. And especially by the term drizzle drizzle.
It's so funny to see men talking about soft boy area, whatever. We don't want to provide anymore. We don't want to pay the bills anymore. Finally, because I always wanted that type of control. I always wanted that control. And trust me, if that happens, I'm going to come with requirements. If I'm going to pay all the bills, you must not cheat. Like, you must stay faithful, because even one flirty, one text message, you're getting kicked out. You're going to become homeless. You're going back to your mother's house. Yes, that's it. You must do every single thing I say, every single ass stuff I say. Every work, every type of labor in the house is gonna be fall on you. And don't even say no, because you're gonna get kicked out. And you ain't paying no bills. The house is mine. So girls, y'all shouldn't complain, because this is amazing, because we now have the control. We can choose what man we want, when they stay, when they leave, when they go, what they do.
Now I know we all picked up on the same thing. All that she showed is that even if a woman was in the same situation as a man, had the power, if that's what they want to call it, had the control, if that's what they want to call it, they still would abuse it. Could you imagine if that was a man talking to a woman? Did you see how her whole demeanor changed? Her list of demands? Men don't even ask for that much, and women aren't willing to do it. But then all of a sudden, if roles are reversed, women can't contain themselves? Did you see how she was dancing when she said,
Finally, because I always wanted that type of control. I always wanted that control.
she started doing a little jig and everything? That made her so happy. But that's just because she doesn't understand the weight, the seriousness, and the importance of supporting someone else's life financially, medically, food, clothes, shelter. And then to have all that authority or power or control, as they like to call it, and not abuse it, which is exactly what she's trying to do. She's basically saying, if I had that power, if I was paying the bills, then I would abuse all that control. Even a man's not asking all that. Faithfulness, sure. A couple of meals, a little bit of laundry, and ooh ah ooh wee in the sheets. That's it. We're not like, and if you don't do this, we're gonna kick you out. And if you don't do that, we're gonna kick you out. And if you don't smile when I walk in the house, we're gonna kick you out. So if anything, her video should make you appreciate men that much more.
No, you drizzle men are actually being dead serious. You're not making a mockery of any sprinkle gals. You're simply projecting, right? Because sprinkle gals, we don't have to make anything up. We can just live the experience and then talk about it, because it is a reality for us in our dating experience, right? Because we don't seek men, the men seek us, and we pick and choose which man is worthy of being with us.
You can literally hear the anxiety in her voice. She is very upset and scared, like she's losing something, like her reality is just falling apart. But that's what you get when you believe in an ugly face, water squeezing cheek lady who's brainwashing you into believing that men are just supposed to pay for stuff and give you money and take you on trips and wine and dine you just because you're you, just because you physically exist. And that's it.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
And I get it. That sounds nice and awesome. And I would never want that to change. If I ever believed that, if I ever experienced that, I wouldn't want it to change either. But now the fact that it's changing got you shook. You're really shook. I don't know if what you're trying to say is for us to believe or for you to believe.
Because you're not mocking us. You're not. You're serious. Because I live this life. I choose the men. The men come to me and I pick which one I want. I give them the privilege to give me money. That's my reality. You understand me? You understand me out there? They come to me. You got that? You got that out there? Men come to me. Enough said. Right, sprinkle gals? Right? I'm right. They come to us, right, sprinkle gals?
Look, ladies, or at least the ladies that don't know, men technically are the ones that choose a woman because men don't need women. We don't need women like that. We don't need women for really anything. If a woman is missing, we will simply just fill it in. And I'm not saying that a relationship or a household is not better with a man and a woman, because it is, but men don't need women. We want women. And the women we want are women that add positive energy and love into our lives, not headaches, not someone that's not doing anything. Because if you're not doing anything and all you're doing is giving me a headache, why would I want that relationship? I could either be out of the relationship and do what I want and not have a headache, or I could have you in the relationship and get a headache. Men don't need women to survive. So my message to any woman out there that really does want a man in their life, a good man, do not make it so you can be replaced by a hooker, nanny, or maid. If any of those three people can fill in your spot, then you're not a woman of value. You're not bringing true value into your man's life. And that's why I'm saying men don't really need women like that. If we need someone to clean up, we can pay someone to clean up. If we need someone to do some boom boom with us, we might have to pay for that. If we need someone to watch our kids, we can pay someone for that. A woman should bring something into a man's life that he cannot replace by just paying for it. Now in reverse, a woman can go get a career and pay her bills to not need a man to pay her bills. But I promise there's gonna be multiple times throughout her life that she's gonna need a man present, that she's gonna need a man's help. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing. And the sooner we can accept this thing, the sooner we can be stronger in our relationships. But until then, we're in our soft guy era. Drizzle, drizzle. But now that you know men are mocking women and women hate the hell out of it, all I need you guys to do is comment below. Tell me what you think. Are you a man in your soft guy era? Or are you a woman that hates the soft guy era? Or are you a woman that laughs at the soft guy era because you get the whole joke? But while you're telling me your thoughts, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hit checker button and subscribe with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All my life. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Can't help I keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.